So I wanted to talk about the three most common misunderstandings I see being made about law of attraction. It's not necessary to use the keywords or use the term law of attraction or non-duality. Both are really pointing to the same thing, which is that there's no exclusion and there's no separation. So as much as we think there is, or as much as thinking makes it seem as if, there isn't. So law of attraction, the first misunderstanding is that law of attraction serves somebody. That would be a separate thing that it serves. And the common understanding of the world is that I'm a separate thing, I'm a body, and I'm moving around in space-time. And I can control things, I can manipulate things, I can get things, I can lose things, circumstances can change, over time I can gain knowledge, all of these things. What law of attraction says is that that's not the case. You can't manipulate, you can't get things. That alignment instead is what brings about the attraction or manifestation or appearance of what's wanted. And what's wanted is a whole nother subject. But law of attraction is law of attraction. It doesn't serve anybody. And so law of attraction is at its most noticeable, you could say, when you're feeling your absolute worst. Dissatisfaction breeds more dissatisfaction. And if you've ever had the privilege of being extremely dissatisfied, you may have noticed how you've reached for things that you believed were satisfying and how dissatisfying they were at that time. So law of attraction is kind of the knowing that nothing outside you can make you happy, nothing can make you feel better, and it's that non-action and the just seeing of this, which is the dissolution of suffering, or is attracting appreciation. And appreciation attracts, just as in the word meanings of appreciation, that your bank account appreciates. So we see opportunities, and I think law of attraction is seen through this lens of that I'm a person in the world and it's all about money and physicality and intelligence and what I have. But really, we're here for love. We're here for joy. We're here for appreciation. And that's really what law of attraction is about. So the second most common misunderstanding is that law of attraction is about controlling your thoughts. And really, it's about the complete futility in doing that. So don't think of a purple elephant. Don't think of that thing. I must stop this habit that I find so tantalizing. And the more I try to push it away from me, the more tempting it becomes. So law of attraction is just about laughing about this, about seeing this, and not getting caught in that fight. So no exclusion. So all I need to do is turn towards what's wanted. I don't gain happiness by excluding myself from something that I deem bad or judge bad. So I think that I need to rid myself of the political party I hate in order to be happy, or rid myself of people who do certain crimes, or keep myself safe, or keep myself protected in that way. And ironically, that's the most dangerous thing you possibly could do. So people often hear about law of attraction and they say, oh my gosh, I can attract these horrible things if I think about them, and so I need to control it, and then they think about it more. But really, the law of attraction is saying that those thoughts are completely impotent, because it's about the emotion. And so what's most wanted is to put down the fight. So coming at it from, I need to achieve security or protect my happiness, which I don't have right now while I'm trying to push these things away, seeing that it's only now and it's only attracted from now and here. So that brings us to the third most common misunderstanding with law of attraction, which is that I can attract bad things. And as we started with, there isn't a you and there isn't any exclusion. So there's no good or bad. So think about it as if you have the story of Harry Potter, and Harry doesn't attract Voldemort. He doesn't attract the killing of his parents. But this is contrast. This is the story. And so this is what all desire is pointing to, because it's not for the character. It's not good or bad for the character. It's unconditional in that it has the contrast. It is for the story, for the brilliance of the story. It's for the reader and the author, who aren't actually separate, aren't actually two, and that's the unconditional love of it. So law of attraction does not serve a character, it serves the brilliance of the story. And if you've ever read a piece of writing or journalism about a true story that was full of so many different sides of the story and so much conflict, but the writer maintains that they're completely neutral and finds the most poignant, interesting parts of the story, there's nothing more delightful than reading that kind of writing. And that's the brilliance in what this is and what you are. And as you tune into the author, you learn how your thoughts create, but also in a way that isn't separate from the observer, just the allowing of it to happen. And so it's a total misunderstanding that we're the character in the story going along and doing things, which is why that is so dissatisfying and why we feel so powerless when we try to do that. But when we tune into the author and the allowing, we see the brilliance and the creativity behind it unconditionally. So we don't beat up on ourselves and we don't feel diminished when we attract something bad. So when we let go of this more and more, life gets easier and easier. An example from my day, I was trying to get in a full work day and I was not feeling motivated at all, but I was trying to go ahead with it and get my work done. And my torch, I make glass beads with a torch, started shooting some fireballs and then caught fire down by the adjustment knob, which was terrifying and which I never had happen before. So I ran out and shut the gas off, and it was all fine. But I realized that I really wanted to make a YouTube video today, and I just had a beautiful walk on the beach, and this feels so great to do and not work. So you start to see opportunities, and you start to see synchronicity and how things flow together. And it's not that you're creatively controlling it, but also you see how the thoughts is the writing.